recording from that.
Yeah.
Probably should stand up properly and do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, good. Right, so today we're here to do our first video blog for the BiscuitsWin website. Most popular biscuit-based website on the net currently. We get literally tens of hits every single day. So I thought it was about time you saw my face. You saw the way we worked here at the Biscuit Research Lab. I don't know if you want to show them the laboratory there. So that's where the science takes place. There's a few people left over, some of the more keen biscuit people doing the research, putting in the time, crunching the numbers. So what we're going to review then, we're going to start with HIT. Now, not many of you might be familiar with this. This is actually a German biscuit. It comes from Hanover, and I thought it was time to mix it up a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to run the 5 senses test that all of you keen readers are aware of, and apply it to this little bad boy. So because it's science, we've got a whiteboard. It's a really important part of our initial research, and I thought it would give you a good insight into the way we do things. So I thought we'll start with a 1, obvious place to go from. So first of all, let's start with feel. Often a popular one. So if you want to just have a little close up there, you can see it's circular, and the way I like to do it is close my eyes, and that gives these senses more accuracy. So from feel we can see it's round, and it feels like a biscuit. So great start, great start. So we'll put in here. So some of you might not know some of these sciencey terms. It can be a bit confusing for the layman, but I'll try and make it as clear as possible. Hopefully all of you will be aware of the terms I'm using. Feels like a biscuit. Good start. I think out of 10, we'll give that an 8. Cracking. Okay, moving on. We'll use 2. Using a classic number system here. A lot of you will probably be familiar with that. So number 2, sight. Probably should have started with that, but you know, that's how science goes. Sometimes there's an element of trial and error. So, what does it look like? 2 biscuits, bit of chocolate in the middle, pretty standard, we'll pop that down. Packaging, all important when you're making your buying decision. Now, some of you might think, and I'm not one to judge, these look a bit foreign, and you'd be right. The nutritional information is all in German, which doesn't help, so I can't really tell you anymore. It does cost 99p, we're aware of that. So, on a sight score, looks like a biscuit, packaging is a bit foreign. So let's try and break this down into something you can easily understand. Okay, so again, if you want to leave a comment, ask me about any of the sciencey terms I'm using here, feel free. So yeah, looks like a biscuit. Hope you get that, hope I'm not confusing you too much. Packaging is a bit of a letdown, that's a score of 6. Moving on, number 3, we're going to go with sound. Now this is important to a lot of you biscuit fans out there. We probably average about 130 letters a week talking about sound. Now we're going to try and do this for the camera. See if you can pick this up. Let's go for the all important test. That's a good crunch. Really good on the sound test. A little bit of a crumbly noise afterwards. Probably something we'll have to pick up on in the summary there. Not a great result in terms of the breaking apart. So sound. How can I explain this? One word. Let's keep it simple. Crunchy. Not a bad sound. Bit limp-wristed. We'll give that a 4. Moving on. Important test. Let's try and run the science. Smell. Yep, no smell. Standard result. No smell. And that's a science fact. So it's the same as all of them, so we can't really differentiate. That's going to get a 5. That's in the middle ground. Final and most important test. Taste. Okay, so this is where the science come in. I like to just try and get some saliva in there, really try and freshen off the palate. Okay. As all biscuit fans will know, swill it around. Get in there. Normally, obviously, at this point, I'd spit it out. Similar to wine testing in that respect. But no, I'm going to reach for some crumbs, which is always a positive sign. Taste. Chocolate is excellent. Biscuit, remarkably similar to a rich tea. And we all know how I feel about a rich tea, so mixed result. So how can I put this for you so you'll understand it? Okay. Again, there will be a glossary of terms, including the blog. So if you're a bit confused with any of these terms, you can have a look. So again, any of these terms, don't worry, we can come back to this. And another term you might not be aware of. Quite chocolatey, so we'll ring fence that. That's a sciencey term. I'll put a glossary in next to that. Chocolate wise, obviously, we're happy with that. Good result. The fact it tastes like a rich tea, always a bad score. You know how you feel about rich teas here at BiscuitsWin. I have to give that a 3. Okay, so what have we done? We use the classic numbers system again. So, in summary, it feels a bit like a biscuit, it looks a bit like a biscuit, it's crunchy, doesn't smell, standard result, tastes a bit like a rich tea. Okay, so, in summary, would I recommend it? Difficult call. Everyone likes a bit of glamour in their lives, a bit of travel. There is the German aspect. I'm going to have to say overall its closeness to a rich tea lets it down, and I've tasted better biscuits, but that's the great thing about biscuit is choice. I have asked a few people in the office about this, one of which is stood here next to me. I'd like to pass this over. Corin, just a few thoughts. How's that sound?
Just way too dry.
Way too dry. And
doesn't balance out the chocolate well.
Doesn't balance out the chocolate well? In a perfect world, how would you make it better?
Dunk it, probably.
And that is why Corin is just a junior here at BiscuitsWin. He still holds on to his love of dunking. So there, we must conclude. That's our first annual video blog for BiscuitsWin. I hope you've all enjoyed yourself. Hopefully, didn't blind you with science too much. So yeah, let's leave it there. Thanks.